Hey everybody, Rob Anderson, Clean Power Wash, Salisbury, Maryland. Got a long drive to do an estimate. A long drive for me, it's like 20-30 minutes. Most of what we do is going to be right in town. So I figured I'd do a video. A couple things I wanted to talk about. One, competition and other providers. It's really important to realize that at the end of the day, we're all kind of working towards the same goal. We want things to be clean. Certainly there's plenty of dirty stuff out there for all of us to stay pretty busy cleaning for a long time. And it continues to get dirty, so do a good job, you'll be back. Just my personality, I really don't have a problem with most other companies. I really don't. You can always decide, you can either make things messy and talk bad about somebody. They're going to eventually find out. They'll talk bad about you, and at the end of the day, customers don't really like it when somebody that they're looking at hiring, and the only way they can say, well, buy from me is, well, that guy's a jerk, or they use too much pressure, or they kill plants, or whatever. At the end of the day, talk about yourself. What makes you different? Why are you a better selection? And not compare yourself to others. I mean, certainly the value of how much time we've spent. Let's see if that's any better. How much time we've spent learning. How much we've spent and don't say, well, we spend $25,000 a year on equipment or whatever it may be. But that you've invested hours and hours and hours and attended, trainings and all kinds of things or whatever that makes you different. Most times when I see another contractor, I do try and stop by, say hi, talk shop for a few minutes. It's really helpful when you do that. Instead of seeing each other as the enemy, then it's good. You need some help on a job. You got something a little bit bigger than what you can tackle, or you just need more machines. We looked at bidding a couple things that it would have been helpful to, instead of having 2 or 3 machines, to have 5 or 6. I'm not going to go out and buy 2 or 3 machines for one job, but you know what? I've got at least 4 or 5 different companies, probably closer to 10, that I could give a call and get help on a job, or work together. And I think it really looks good, honestly, to the client. It just may be me, but seeing, you've hired this one guy and he's actually working with another established brand or established company to get work done. That's good. There's really not any downside to making other providers, your friends, and making them other providers instead of competition. Certainly if somebody's going to start spreading rumors about you, start being negative, then sometimes that does need to be dealt with. And again, that comes back down to how do you handle that? You can decide to just go blast them on Facebook, or you can just call them up and be a man about it and say, hey, I'm not sure what's going on, why you have been saying this stuff. This is what I've heard from XYZ clients when I was out doing estimates. I don't talk about you during estimates, and I'd appreciate you doing the same. I don't have any beef with you, and if there's something that they feel slighted, or ask them. Is there something that I've done that if there's something that I've done and I'm not aware of it, by all means, I will be the first to apologize for it. I don't want anybody to be mad at something I said or did or whatever and think that it was malicious. That's just not the way that I roll. So that's just my 2 cents on that.